Thing in life that is more certain than death and taxes is the purpose of today's video. So my name is Rob Newman. I am one of the partners at Carter Collins & Meyer, a general practice firm in Manchester, working with clients across Greater Manchester, Lancashire and Cheshire, and this is our summer tax update in 10 points. So number one, there's a temporary change to VAT this summer on all things relating to children's hospitality. The rate is being dropped down to 5%, and if you are involved in anything that gives rise to children's hospitality, do talk to your accountant about it. You have two choices in the way that you handle this. You can either keep the extra profit margin and your price is the same, or potentially drop the prices and get more people through the door. Number two, the mileage rate has finally increased. For as far back as I can remember, the fixed profit mileage scheme has been at 45p a mile for the first 10,000 miles and 25p per mile thereafter. As of now, it's now 55p and 35p. That means the total running cost of your car has been accepted as increasing over the last number of years. As I say, it is literally as far as I can remember that they've always been those, so it's a very late increase. Number three, company directors are facing more compliance. From this year's tax return onwards, every piece of information about your company has to go on your personal tax return and your company return. Now, there's an awful lot of commentary across the accounting press as to why this is necessary, because they already have it on the company's tax return. But that's the price you pay. If you are doing your tax return yourself, you are going to find there are a lot more boxes to fill in. If you are using an accountant, they will take care of this for you, but don't be surprised when you see that the tax return length has increased substantially. It's ironic because I've recently seen an American tax return and they're going the opposite direction, putting less information on them. But again, such is the compliance burden that we have in the UK. Number four. Number four. The HMRC is asking for yet more information in terms of what you put across all of their tax returns, and they are seeking more quality and depth in everything that is being done. Every tax return that you are seeing, be it for corporate, personal, or anything else, is being increased in length with a lot more compliance burden put on it. A lot of that information is already existing within a business. A lot of it will already be on things that you do, but be aware that they're going to have to be repeated in different formats, in different places. Again, if you're using an accountant for this, they will be taking care of it for you. If you are DIYing it, you definitely are going to need to upgrade some of the software. A lot of the systems HMRC have historically provided are being phased out. Corporation tax return software has already gone. The ability to file at company's house and HMRC at the same time, I believe, has now closed and certainly will be. It is going to be almost impossible not to use external specialist software to produce final accounts and tax returns. Number five, if you are doing any form of R&D, you will know that the environment for R&D has changed substantially in the last couple of years. The days of being able to claim just about anything have disappeared, and advanced clearance on most things is now considered appropriate. The risks involved with R&D have been significant, and if you are undertaking it, I would urge you to consider getting a specialist. We don't undertake R&D tax credit work for people. We do partner with a specialist in this field, and they can obtain advanced clearance for you to ensure that you don't run into problems. Number six, crypto reporting and crypto gains and losses is changing. The amount of detail that's going to have to be given in crypto reporting is going to be considerably more. This is a common theme, as you will notice, across all 10 points. HMRC wanting yet more information. The shared resources that HMRC have is allowing them to find a lot more crypto gains that people have not so far reported, and we expect this to be an increasing area of interest for them in the coming years. Number seven, capital allowances rules have recently just changed to do with the Supreme Court ruling, and again, HMRC are going to want a lot more information about what is being claimed for capital allowances. Yes, the rates have already been cut in what you can claim on an ongoing basis, although for small companies, the 100% allowances still exist in that first year. But you are going to need to ensure that you have a lot more supporting documentation, particularly after a recent Supreme Court case. Number 8, the direction of travel generally across all of these points is most definitely HMRC are looking to step up the amount of inquiries they do. They are hiring more staff to undertake more inquiries and will want a lot more supporting documentation and transaction history. I would urge you to speak to an accountant. I would urge you to consider some form of fee protection. We, as a firm, have a fee protection scheme which allows you to pay a fixed fee every year that in the event of an HMRC inquiry, you don't have further professional fees to pay. In our particular case, it works all the way up to first tier tribunal, and we always support our clients through all of those things if they have the fee protection in place. If you don't have fee protection in place, be aware you are far more likely to get an inquiry in the next couple of years than you have had for the last 10 years. They are putting a lot more resource into this and they will dig significantly. If you do decide to represent yourself in those, be aware that inquiries will become increasingly more technical and require a lot more time, effort and energy than they have in the past. Number nine is summer is a great time to have a compliance reset and check. Not just in tax, across all things. Look at your health and safety policies, look at your employment policies, look at your contracts of employment. There's been some big changes recently in employment law. You want to make sure that you're still on top of those. If you're in any form of regulated business, you will know that anti-money laundering regulations are likely to change in the next couple of years with the complete supervision of the FCA, and a number of businesses that in the past haven't been involved in anti-money laundering are certainly now being dragged into it and are going through that process. And finally, number 10, I would say good record keeping and maintenance is the absolute order of the day. More than ever, it is essential that you document, categorize, capture and clarify all of those things that go on within your business. Now, as I've said in many other videos, that doesn't mean you have to go out and buy accounting software. There are other ways to do it. Excel spreadsheets are perfectly acceptable in all sorts of formats. I have clients that still write things up manually and then turn them into digitized records. Be aware that from 2029, all invoices by all businesses will have to be sent out electronically. That doesn't just mean a PDF file, that does mean a particular type of electronic file, and all businesses from that point will be forced into using some form of software to create and generate those. If you're then receiving all of your purchases as electronic documentation, it is probably the next couple of years' time to start considering having some form of accounting software that then can read those and import them. If you've got a bank feed going and all of your purchases are electronic and all of your sales are electronic, it's a much easier way to keep them all in one format, one place, and reconcile everything. If you need some help with that, we'd be delighted to help. We work with lots of owner-managed businesses across Greater Manchester, Lancashire and Cheshire. Established businesses from £50,000 to £5 million is our absolute day job. If any of this has been helpful, please do head to our website. I write lots of blogs on there. I also have published 14 business books. My author's website is robert-newman.co.uk, and all of them are available on Amazon.